What's up, everybody? This is that brown bat back once again in the unfinished Star Destroyer bridge, showing you how to bring these. Whoops! Oh, yeah. Bring the control panels, anything from the interior into the exterior. So, without further ado, what you're going to need to do is get a door. So go to Game Maker. Now if you don't have this, you need to know this, right? If you don't have a toy, this is what you do. Okay? No, wrong button. Go to Start. And I've talked about this, but this is a long time ago, so you might not even see the video. See where it says Toy Store? You have to go to the pause menu, Toy Store, right? Then you have all of these different categories. Now, if you're playing on PC, you will not have these two down here because this is for Marvel Battlegrounds, and that did not make it over to the PC. But for all the other platforms, they are available. But you have to have Marvel Battlegrounds to unlock this stuff. Those two down there. And of course, this category right here is for finding Dory. Everything else is integrated into the top 5 categories, which would be the main toys that you would need if you do not have them. Interior, advanced toys, which are your logic connections and things like that. Horseplay toys, I don't know why they call it horseplay toys, but that's your vehicles, your enemies, your friends, whatnot. Set pieces building, of course, that's your building stuff. And world construction, that's your terrain pieces. Okay, so that being said, if you have purchased the door, which most of you have, go to Game Maker. And you'll have different doors here, but you want the blue door. Side note, you can theme the blue door to a different color if you want. These doors take up a lot of memory. I try not to use them for doors. I use them just for logic pieces. But anyway, that's another show. So you want to go to the properties, right? And destination, Star Destroyer, that's the name of this toy box. So select destination. Now if you do not have another toy box, see, you can say import a toy box, which will import a toy box that you already have saved. Link an existing toy box. That's one that you already have saved to this toy box as a sub toy box or a new toy box. Now, before we do anything, I want you to understand this. Especially if this is your first time ever doing this and you have a toy box that you spent a lot of time on, back it up. Make sure you back it up, because if you do this wrong, it will mess up your toy box in ways you will not believe. Okay, maybe you will believe it, because maybe it did happen to you. But just do keep that in mind. Save your toy box before you link anything. Just back it up. Call it, I don't know, whatever you want. Just say whatever the title is, backup, whatever. It doesn't matter what you title it, just make sure you have a backup, okay? I said that enough times, but it's very important, because there is a glitch that if you do not take care of your toy box or get rid of this door and make your connections properly, it will screw it up. So make sure that you have this backed up. So this is what I do. Properties, destination. Usually you do not have a toy box link, so I'd say new toy box. Now you have empty toy box, which would be outside. New terrain toy box, which is also outside but has lots of different terrain. New interior, which is where we're going to go. New city, which is your basic city structure outside. And new racetrack, and new treehouse. So I'm going to say new interior. Level name, it does not matter what you name it. Why, whatever. Save. Linking toy box. One thing also to understand. All right, see, last video I showed you how to fix the diamonds if they break. Some, the tops come unconnected sometimes. And also sometimes these also get tied up with other ones. So like I said, make sure you have the game saved as a backup, because things could happen when you come back out as well. So, what are we going to do? What? I was going to say something else. I forgot what it was. So, let's venture forth into the great wide open. Travel to YYY. Yes. Okay, now you're inside a house. Yay, I'm in a house. All right, get yourself a button. Doesn't matter. You can get a target, you can get a stopwatch, whatever. Doesn't matter. Anything with logic, really. And then get yourself a time delayer. Okay. By the way, this shout outs to Glitch and Gamer, who requested this a couple times. I'm not ignoring you, dude. I just busy, very busy. But yeah, I always try to get back to people, and you know, and as best as I can. So, whoops. I gotta tell you what I'm doing. You might not know. All right, so you go to properties. All right, new logic connection for the button, right? Logic connection pressed. Start delay. New logic connection. Delay completed. Go back over to the button. Press button. Set your delay. I use 5. It's good enough time for a delay. Okay. Now when we press the button, it's going to activate this, and then, oops, did I make the connection to the door? No. New logic connection, delay completed. Go to the door. Now default, it's going to go back to your origination. Change level. Okay, so when I press the button, it's going to activate the timer. After 5 seconds, it's going to activate the message if I want to change levels. You can tell the door, though, if you want. You don't have to do this. You can say property require confirmation. You can turn that off. I usually don't bother with that. I mean, sometimes I do if I'm actually making a big toy box, but for this instance, no. So I'm going to press the button. Then as soon as you press it, bring up the ribbon. Then it'll say travel to Star Destroyer, and then you're going to hit continue. All right, so we are back. And let's just look at our path creator, see if any of them are busted. Now, certain times, it doesn't matter if they're broken. But it all depends on if they're at an angle or something like that. And if you made objects and they're at an angle, then it won't hold them in place. So see how these are angled? That's, you know, very important for the Star Destroyer, you know, the windows. So just open your ribbon up again. And there you go. You have the interior stuff. Now, actually, I'm going to use... By the way, some of this stuff, keep in mind, it won't set on the... You can't set it on the floor. What you'd have to do is move it to a place if you want to, you know, set something on the floor. Not everything, just certain things. It's weird how they work. You know, see how it's blue there? Right? And then it's red. Yeah, it's weird. But let's say you cannot set it on the floor. Okay, so you'd move it to where you can put it, right? Get it out of the way. Then you'd move your block, put it back in, and then the block can go underneath it. All right, let me get out of here. Delete that. Now, one thing you don't want to do is select, you know, grab a hold of something that's already in the toy box, because what that will do is it'll revert back to the exterior menu, and then you'll have to go back in the door again. Same thing with hitting your L1 button. And if you choose a filter and pick another category, you'll also lose the interior, so you'll have to go back inside and come back out to get it again. Electronics. I want something in here since I'm here. I might already have it though. Nope. I need more. Yeah, so don't think you can just select another one and it'll bring it up like it does with the regular toys. No, what it will do is it'll go to the Toybox sampler or whatever that's called. All right, I want a couple of these, so I'm just going to set these aside. Normally what I do, if I need something, see, a toy like this can go on top, but not everything can go on, you know, set on top of another block, so keep that in mind. But normally what I do is I just put a bunch of stuff in the toy box, so I don't have to keep going in and out, and just put a bunch of, you know, interior stuff in there. Just that's what I normally do. Do I need this? I don't know. Maybe. Also keep in mind properties are a little bit different when you bring something out. Whereas this would line up in the toy box inside, in the interior, I mean. That does not line up in the exterior. So keep those things in mind. Not all of them share the same properties as they would as if they were inside. This one, like the TV, will not butt up against something. You know. You could do this. No, you can't. Okay, never mind. You can't. But not everything butts up against the wall like it does in the interior. So keep those things in mind. This one, see, it's red. So what you would do, you move this block out of the way and then put this down and then put the block back in if you wanted to use something like that. So just keep that in mind. There are other ways around it, but the best thing to do is just get an idea of all the stuff that you want and just put it all in a pile and then just start working. Otherwise, you'll go inside and outside all the time, and then you'll be like, I don't want to do this anymore. You know, just put all your stuff in a pile. And that's it for bringing the interior outside, or yeah, I said it right. You can even use these as well. And these, again, have different properties. You can go in these buildings. The only way to get inside these would be to use teleporters or checkpoints. I think you can glitch it by getting in a rail slide, but teleporters or checkpoints is the best way. Let me just show you here. It's a good thing the interior has its own logic toys too. So let's see. Let's get a checkpoint. Let me show you. All right. See how the checkpoint's red? Okay. I think you can use the trigger area. Let's try that. And the checkpoint does not go in there like that. All right. What about the teleporter? No. Okay. So what you would do, there's probably another way to do this, but what you would do, let's see, checkpoint. Where did you go? Where did you go? You put it on the path connector. You bring it in there, right? And then you set the properties. So I'll do that in another video because this has gone long enough for just a basic tutorial on what I said it was going to be. So remember, that's how you bring stuff on the inside or outside. Inside, outside. I don't know. What is it called? Is it inside? It's me, Stitch. I can't do a Stitch voice. Probably could in my younger days. Okay, so until next time, remember, this has been That Brown Bat and Stitch. Remind you to keep on. Thanks everyone for watching. If you enjoyed what you saw, give this video a big thumbs up. It really helps me out, more than you can possibly imagine. Also, come check me out on Twitter and Facebook. And don't forget to subscribe so you can be notified of all of my upcoming videos. So until next time, this has been That Brown Bat, reminding you to keep on building.